Okay. Hold on. Um, okay, I think he isn't here yet, but he'll be joining shortly. Mohammed will be joining shortly. I think
Okay,
he isn't here yet. Yeah.
no problem. If you want me to start the recording, or do you want us to wait for your team?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'll start the recording, introduce you, and then we can go straight into the project. Welcome to the Wellcoin Talk community. I'm Glenn, your host. Today we have SCRO joining us for an AMA with us at Wellcoin Talk. SCRO is the world's first recognized cryptocurrency escrow with recall, KYC, and time lock features. That's built into their SafeSend utility that we'll be talking about shortly. And the escrow token, which is launching tomorrow on the Ethereum blockchain at 4 p.m. UTC. So we'll go into the details on that shortly also. But first, can you give us your core team's background and experience, Mr. Dave? That'd be great.
Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to. I think I've actually had an AMA here before during our V1, and okay. That aside, my name is Dave, and I've actually been in the crypto space for a while, for roughly about 7 years, and I, of course, this isn't my first project. And for escrow is actually a relaunch of ELOC, and we had to relaunch it because ELOC sounded meme, Elon's currency, and we had to relaunch based on the community suggestion. We had to relaunch to escrow, and escrow we have a product, a utility called SafeSend, where you can send cryptocurrency um, easily. You can send cryptocurrency. You can call back your cryptocurrency sent to scammers or sent to wrong addresses. You can time lock your cryptocurrencies, and you can send to aliases. I think I'll just stop there for now and allow the host ask the questions. Yeah.
Great, Dave. Yeah, can we go into the details? Maybe we'll start with the utility to SafeSend. It's offering a turnkey solution for remittance, simple payments, scheduled salaries, sending tokens as a gift, and transferring Grow tokens without tax. So, yeah, for investors, we can go into some details about all the aspects of the SafeSend utility.
Okay. Thank you very much for the question. SafeSend. Um, I'll just roughly go into details of the SafeSend. I'll just list out the key points. But firstly, the SafeSend utility guarantees security, speed, and it's actually better than the traditional way of sending funds. And then for the SafeSend, we have features like the time lock feature, which enables you send um, timed transactions. For example, I could send you cryptocurrency and time and a set it holding period of probably 1 day, and as long as it's not 24 hours yet, you can't claim the transaction. You will definitely see the transaction incoming. You will see that you are to receive a transaction of probably, let's say, 1,000 BUSD, and but you can't claim the transaction yet until it's time for you to claim the transaction. If I set it 24 hours, it has to get to 24 hours before you can claim the transaction. And secondly, we have the recall feature, which is a very important feature in the crypto space, which is something that's actually lacking, something that's missing in the crypto space right now. And that's a feature that helps you call back your cryptocurrency transactions. For example, if I send you, let's say, one BNB, and I realize that you're a scammer, that you're trying to play a fast on me, I could actually call back the transaction. And if I send funds to a wrong address, I could actually cancel the transaction and call it back whenever I realize that I sent to a wrong address, as long as the receiver is not an escrow, doesn't use safe send, and the funds has not been claimed. Yeah, and then you can also send funds to wallets alias. Set up your alias, your username, and you can send funds to aliases, to usernames. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll stop there for now and allow you ask the questions here.
Great. Yeah, I saw that you can also like lock the time period. So, I mean, let's say a rare case, but if you was terminally ill, you could lock it for 6 months, and then the tokens would be released on a certain date to
Yeah, that's right.
your relatives type thing.
That's right. That's it's okay. Okay, our platform is actually, like I said earlier, for simplicity, it actually helps to set salary structures. You can schedule salaries. It's actually meant for both small scale and large scale companies and business enterprises. And you can, where I think from our platform, you can do a lot on the platform. Well, let's say you have 20 staff in your organization who, and you pay them weekly, let's say every 2 weeks. You pay them every 2 weeks. You can actually schedule transactions so they receive um they receive their salaries via cryptocurrency every 2 weeks. Yeah, so you send the funds. You can actually schedule transactions for as much as 10 years, and then this person keeps receiving the funds every 2 weeks. Yeah, in the space of 2 weeks, keeps receiving his salary, and you can cancel at any time. For example, you realize you've laid off the staff and you no longer need this particular staff. You've already scheduled this payment. You can still cancel the transaction. You can still cancel the payments, and the person stops receiving payments.
Okay, I see. And is there anything investors have to do to use the SafeSend utility? Do you need to hold so many tokens, and what's the costs involved for sending money?
Okay. Okay, to use a safe send to use our safe send platform, actually anyone can use a platform. Anyone all over the world can use the platform. It's actually designed to gain more awareness to cryptocurrency. A lot of people are actually skeptical about cryptocurrency because they want it to be like a banking system where, just in case they send their funds to the wrong address, to the wrong person, they can still call back their funds. And that's something that we've been able to build. That's a platform that we've been able to build where, if you send your funds, no matter the time you send it, even if you realize that you sent to the wrong address after 1 year, you can still claim your funds back, and you receive your funds within the space of seconds, less than 30 seconds. The whole transaction is done. The whole callback procedure is done. Yeah. So yeah, I think and but then if you're not an escrow holder, you will be charged some transaction fees. The benefits of being the holder of escrow is you have the transaction fee waiver. If you hold a minimum of 200,000 tokens, you won't be charged any transaction fee.
You, Dave. And what fiat and crypto will you be able to use on the SafeSend platform?
Say again?
Fiat and crypto you'll be able to use on the SafeSend platform. Will it just be in the
Okay.
native token, or
No,
will you
no,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no,
use
no.
BUSD
No, you
or?
can use both ETH, USDT, BUSD, Bitcoin, BNB, um, Dogecoin. Right now we have eight currencies, including escrow.
Yeah, awesome. And what's the charges for investors to send the money? Is it quite minimal? And if there's small profits inside the SafeSend utility, what are you using them for, like buyback and burns and marketing and LP in the future?
Yeah, the profit generated from the safe send is going to be sent back into the chat, into the token part, into the escrow chat, to actually make the coin, to actually develop the coin further and to make it stronger. Yeah, so the profit, most part of the profit will be used for buybacks, and some part of the profit is going to be used for maintenance of the escrow app as well. But the major
Okay,
part of it
cool.
is going to be used for buybacks. Yes.
Awesome. And I see you can also transfer escrow tokens without tax to another wallet, which is a nice feature. When people they might be compromised with their original wallet and want to send it over to a new wallet, but they won't be taxed this way.
Yeah. Okay. Ideally, taxes are 9%, 9% buy, 9% sell, and 9% transfer between wallets. But if you are using the SafeSend the app, you will be charged nothing for transferring between wallets. Zero fees.
Dave. And SafeSend special features give it an advantage over traditional central exchange escrow services I was seeing on the white paper. Can we go into that for investors? How it's better to use SafeSend rather than a central exchange escrow service?
Okay. Say again.
So SafeSend's special features give it an advantage over traditional and escrow central exchange services. So I'm wondering what them advantages are compared to central exchange escrows.
Okay, okay, yeah. Just like I said earlier, the SafeSend guarantees you the recall feature, which is actually a big deal in the cryptocurrency space right now. Because apparently, for those that have been in the cryptocurrency space, cryptocurrency world for a long time, you may have sent your funds to the wrong addresses at several points, or at several times, several points. And I personally have sent funds to wrong addresses. There was a time where I was hacked. There was a time where I used to trade carelessly, and sometimes I just sent funds anyhow. And it's actually the chances of getting your fund back are very very slim. But with escrow, with the escrow safe send, even if it takes months, years for you to realize that your funds have been sent to the wrong address, as long as you use the safe send app to send your funds, you can claim, you can call back your funds and get it back within seconds. That's something
Awesome.
that hasn't been done in the space. Yeah.
Awesome, though. And yeah, can we go into the time lock features? Is it like a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly? You were saying like out to 10 years or more, is it? You could set that.
Time lock, you can set it for as long as you want. It does a manual feature. Anyone, the user, the sender can actually set a time lock for as long as you want. you know just in case, probably you're timing the transaction for, let's say, someone, probably a contract, and you're giving someone part of the fund. The person is to finish up the whole contract within the space of 2 years. You can actually set a time transaction for a space of 2 years. Yeah. And after 2 years, the person will be able to claim the funds back. Be able to claim his
Okay,
funds.
great.
Yeah, the funds I've sent already.
And what's the cost to use that feature? If I wanted to send, say, $1,000, how much will it cost me to set that up for a weekly to pay my employees?
So say again, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so if I wanted to send $1,000 monthly to my employees, I'm wondering how much it would cost on the SafeSend platform.
How much you be charged? Actually, for using SafeSend, whether you're sending 1,000 or you're sending um $1 million, you'll be charged around 50 cents, 50 cents to $1, less than $1 actually. But we don't control gas fees. We don't control gas fees. That's what on the SafeSend we actually have. Our SafeSend is actually multi-chain, both on BSC and the ETH chain. So you could actually you could preferably use the coins, the cryptocurrencies on the BSC chain because of gas fees. But on the ETH chain, you can decide to send cryptocurrencies on the ETH chain as well. That's subject to higher gas fees. But then I think it's 2.0 will be out soon. And for now, I think recently the gas fees are actually reduced drastically recently. I noticed gas fees has actually reduced. Yeah, so yeah, we have it on both chains, but you won't be charged more than $1 for transaction fees. But for gas fees, we don't control gas fees. The network controls gas fees. Yeah.
Dave, yeah, that seems very, very reasonable and probably better than most of the competition out there. 50 cents to $1. That's great. And how does the recall feature work? Can we go into details about that for investors?
Okay, the recall future. Okay, for example, let's say, let me break it down. Let me actually give a funny example, like I used to do. For let's say I have a girlfriend, and we're all lovey-dovey initially, and I decide to put her on an allowance of probably, let's say, 2 BNB weekly. So my girlfriend Jane receives 2 BNB from me weekly, and I already scheduled transactions for probably for 6 months. So every 2 weeks she used to receive 2 BNB. And um on the particular day, I got a call, and I got to realize that she's having an affair with someone else. And of course, that's going to break me down, and it's going to make me feel less of myself. Yeah. And Jane is someone that's been receiving allowances from me every 2 weeks. She's been receiving 2 BNB from me, and she knows that no matter what she does, she's going to receive the 2 BNB. All I have to do is, as soon as the moment I find out that, oh, this lady is cheating on me, this lady is actually having an affair behind me, all I have to do is go to the SafeSend app and cancel every other transaction. I call back. Now I cancel every other transaction. The one she has claimed this house already, of course, I have no control of what she has claimed already. She, because once any funds has been claimed is sent directly into our wallet, and you can't, apparently you can't get funds that sent into the wallet already, that she has spent already, of course. So whatever she has claimed, fine, that's in the past. But the future transactions, she can no longer claim them. That's an example. And secondly, if let's say I'm purchasing something from someone, and um, we agreed that he's to receive the payment tomorrow, but he needs proof that the transaction has been sent. I send, let's say, $20,000 to this person for a Mercedes Benz or whatever, and I'm buying from him. And the next day, I realize that this guy actually has no Benz to sell. He's actually selling he's actually selling no Benz. He's trying to scam me. And as long as he has not claimed the transaction, I can cancel the transaction, get the funds back in my wallet. And if you send me an address, and the address actually isn't correct, and I go ahead and send funds to that address. You call me the following day and tell me, oh, the fund you sent, I've still not received it. I checked through and it's covered that the fund was sent to a wrong address. I can claim the funds back, and I receive the fund back in the space of seconds back into my wallet. Yeah.
Great, Dave. And which wallets can you send it to? Can you send it to like Trust Wallet, MetaMask, central exchanges, any blockchain that's BSC and Ethereum, was you saying?
Okay. Right now, it actually supports Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and Wallet Connect. For now, so that would supported by Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and Wallet Connect. Yeah. So you can send, like I said, right now we have 8 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, BUSD, BNB, ETH, um, of course, SCRO, and if I mention BNB, and if I mention BNB, I think anyone other one I have to go into the D app, and we are the escrow safe send the app is actually live. Our first utility escrow the app is safe send the app is live, and we will be showcasing it at launch during the in-house AMA tomorrow.
Awesome. So, how many devs have you had working on SafeSend, and have you had a audit on the platform?
Okay, on the platform we have okay, I think I should actually give the story behind the platform. We started developing this platform October last year. As a matter of fact, we started talking about it ever since September last year. The initial stage, I had a lot of no's, a lot of naysayers, a lot of people making me almost give up on the idea, but coming from someone that's lost a lot of money. I've actually lost a lot of money at some point. At some point in my life, I was hacked. At some point, I lost so much. I've lost funds worth over $1 million actually. And coming from someone that's actually that's lost a fair amount of funds, I had this drive to get a platform as solid as this, a platform where you can recall your funds. Because if I sent my funds via such platforms, I would be able to get my funds back. I would be able to call back my funds. Yeah, I know I was careless. At some point I was a careless trader. At some point I was a careless investor, and I learned cryptocurrency the hard way. Yeah, so I had this drive, and then I had people tell me if it were possible to call back cryptocurrency, Binance would be doing it. KuCoin, the big guys would have been doing it. And then I said, firstly, if it's thinkable, it's doable. That's one thing I believe. I don't believe in impossibilities. I believe everything is possible. If you can think about it, there should be someone that would be able to do it. All you have to do is convert your ideas into reality. And yeah, I spoke to a few developers, and they said no, they can't do it. It's impossible. And then I talked to some friends, and I think it's around 80 to 90% of people I discussed this with actually discouraged me. And I was talking to my guy, Spotweb. Spotweb is someone that we've been working together in this crypto space for a while, and he's been involved in my past project as well. And we're having the conversation, and out of the blues, he asked me what I was working on at the moment, and I told him. And to be honest, I never knew it was something we would be able to do. I knew he's a very intelligent guy. He's a genius, and yeah, but then I didn't know he would be able to develop such a platform. I just discussed it with him. I just threw it out, and I was like, "This is what I'm trying to do. I'm looking for someone that can develop this." And he told me, "Let me get back to you on that." I asked him, you think you can do it? He said he's going to sleep over it and make some inquiries and get back to me. The following day, he hit me up and said, "Come on, Dave, let's do it." And I was surprised. And we, throughout the month of September, we discussed and we had to get things together. He told me everything, all the requirements to set up to develop the platform. And by October, we started the development stage of the Safe Send. Initially, we called it ELOF, which was Elon's Finance, and we actually migrated from ELOC to escrow because of the fault we were facing, based on the fact that we had a solid utility, and we still named our project a meme after Elon, which was a meme, which made it a meme token, and we had to rebrand to an actual company, Escrow Holdings LLC, and we had to rebrand both the token side and the utility, the product side, because I think our products, if well utilized and if well marketed, it's something that should actually be able to stand the test of time, that should be able to compete with the likes of PayPal and the rest of the big escrow services in the world. And so we had to rebrand based on the suggestion of the community. We rebranded, and the name escrow came from the community. The community actually decided the name, and as a matter of fact, the logo as well was decided by the community. And yeah, we rebranded and we changed a lot of things. We worked on a lot of things, a lot of features. The community, we had users drop their reviews, and based on the reviews, we had to integrate some things, take out some features, add in some features, and yeah. And also, I forgot to mention the fact that you receive live email alerts. Yeah, every transaction you do, but your sent out transactions and your received transactions, you receive email alerts regarding them. Yeah. And also, you can set up your profile. We have on the Safe Send app, you set up your profile. So if, for example, if you have a profile set up on the app, if I type in your name, let's say I type in let's say Late Diesel, I type it on the Safe Send the app, I should be able to get to access your profile information, including your profile picture and your profile details, and that should give me an assurance on the person I'm sending the funds to. At least I'm not sending to a faceless person. But yeah, you can as well send to a faceless person. You have the option of sending to someone without a face or someone with a face. But me personally, I would rather send to someone that's verified in the platform, because if we verify your social media handles and your profile, we're going to, and everything looks legit, we are going to give you a verification badge. Yeah, so it actually make it easier for you to know who you send your funds to. But you can as well send to people that have no profile in the platform. That's left for you. Yeah, so it's actually decentralized.
Great, Dave. So are all the original investors going to be airdropped with the new escrow token?
Yeah. The investors, escrow investors, escrow BSC investors will be airdropped escrow ETH before launch. Yes, and the airdrop is going to be 1-to-1. Yeah, 1-to-1. Yeah.
Okay, great. And the Safe Send, what's the security you built around the platform?
Okay, right now we've gotten the platform audited by Interfi Networks, but we have plans. We actually have plans to get it audited by 3 or 4 more audit firms, including CETIC. But for now, it has been audited by Interfi, and everything looks good. But in the near future, probably in the coming weeks, we'll continue the audits, and we want to make sure we have solid audits for the platform. And apart from that, personally, I think virtually almost everyone in the community know who I am. As a matter of fact, most of these guys know most of the people around me. They know my house address, know my siblings. Most of them know my wife as well. And I'm actually fully doxed. I'm fully doxed to the community. I've actually been fully doxed for a long time. Yeah, so I have no problem with doxing, because apparently crypto, as a developer, you should be known. You should be known because you are handling funds of people you don't know. You are handling funds worth millions of dollars, and these people should trust you to want to handle their funds. Yeah, I know. Crypto is a decentralized system, and a lot of people don't care. And that's why most people lose their funds. But personally, I feel you should know. If I say I'm a legit dev, then I should have nothing to hide, right? I should have nothing to hide. Yeah. So I've had people say, I've had people from the community visit me in my house address. I've had a lot of people in the community we actually communicate on WhatsApp even more than Telegram. Yeah, that's actually how I live my life. I don't force such a life on anyone else. But I believe. Okay, let me just keep that. Apart from that, I'm KYC'd with CoinScope, and yeah, I'm KYC with CoinScope as well. They have all my details, my international passport, and every other thing. Yeah. So I think I'll just stop there for now.
That's good. That's great, Dave. But I was looking more at the aspect if I'm going to be sending escrow to the SafeSend platform, what sort of security have you built around the SafeSend?
If you're going to be say again.
I'm going to set up on SafeSend platform. Do I have to send the escrow tokens, and then they would be sent each 2 or 3 weeks, or would it actually be going from my wallet, so there's no actual funds on the SafeSend platform? How does it work?
I actually didn't hear you properly, but I will just answer based on what I think I heard. Sending funds from the SafeSend. Yeah, if you are a holder, for example, if you are a holder of escrow, you can send escrow. You can send escrow from, not apart from escrow, of course, other cryptocurrencies as well. But like I said earlier, anyone can use the platform. But if you are a holder of escrow, you can send and escrow tokens at zero tax, and for the measures we have in place are the verifications, and you have the rights. It's actually your choice to send funds to someone that's verified and to send funds to someone that's unverified. But we won't be held responsible for anyone's carelessness, actually, because we've already developed a platform which makes it easy for you to send funds securely. So if you make the mistake of sending your funds to someone that's unverified in the system, someone that's without a face or something, then I think actually that's on you, because we won't be paying back anyone that claims to have lost his or her funds. We won't be paying back anyone, because definitely if you send funds to wrong addresses, you can call back your funds, and if you send funds to via time lock, you can still call back the funds. Yes.
I was just wondering, like, if I had needed to send currency to SafeSend, and then like every week or 2 weeks that money would be sent out, or I'm actually setting up my wallet address to another wallet address in the SafeSend platform, and then that gives SafeSend permission to send that through the 2 wallets. How does it work?
Okay. When you schedule your transactions, you're actually interacting with the SafeSend contract, which I said earlier that contract has been audited, and the contract. Let's say if you schedule your transactions for, let's say, for 6 months, probably you have staffs that you pay salaries for probably weekly, and you've made the schedule for these people to receive their payments weekly, and you've scheduled it for 6 months on the go. The contract holds the funds and it releases it every week or every 2 weeks or every month as you want it. As long as you schedule it, the contract actually takes charge of every other procedure automatically.
Okay, I see. And also there's a wallet alias as well, where you can use a short nickname instead of using a long public address as well on the platform.
Yeah. Once you type, for people that are registered on the platform, once you type out the alias, their username, the person's profile is going to pop up, including the wallet address, and all you have to do is send the funds to the alias. As soon as you verify that that's the right alias you're sending the funds to, you can go ahead and send the funds. So you can send the funds to usernames. Yes.
And is there a private sale pre-sale, or is this just going to be like a V2 where you're transferring over from the old token to the escrow token?
No, there's no pre-sale. Yeah, it's actually a V2 where like I said earlier, I think was it this email? Yeah, like I said earlier, we took the snapshot and we're dropping 1-to-1. Well, you're dropping 1-to-1, so you're maintaining same value of your funds. Yeah.
Great, Dave. And let's go into the token as well. What's the buy and sell tax breakdown for investors?
Okay, the buy and sell tax is at 9% on both ways. 9% buy, 9% sell, and for transfers, 9% transfers between wallets. But like I said earlier, if you are transferring via the SafeSend app, the transfer taxes will be waived, so you won't be charged any taxes for transfers. But for now, the taxes are 9% in, 9% out. But as we progress, because the plan is for this for escrow to be among the probably top 20, top 30, top 100 cryptocurrencies in the world. And yeah, as we progress, we're going to be reducing taxes till we get it to 0%. The purpose of the taxes for now are just to push the project, and as soon as the project gets to a stage where it can stand on its own, we're going to scrap off all taxes. And firstly, around 15 to 20 million, we're going to take taxes to 7%. Around 40, 50 million taxes will be taken to 5%, and upwards we take to 3%, and then we're going to scrap it to zero. Yeah.
Awesome. And so, what will be the launching market cap around for investors?
Right now, launch market cap is supposed to be around anything between 400 500k. Right now the market is actually fluctuating, and I don't know what the market is going to say by tomorrow. Yeah, so it's all based on the market.
Yeah, I see. And you've had a tech audit done on the SCRO token. That's great. And what's the marketing plans going forward after launch as well? What you planning around the marketing?
Okay, firstly we've been pre-listed on CMC. Yeah, we're actually on CMC right now before launch. And for marketing, I don't know, for those that have been in this game, in this system, I believe most people, if you know Mohamed Kawak is actually a very solid guy when it comes to marketing. He's actually a member of the team. He's our advisor. He's the CMO and advisor of SCRO. He's someone, I think he was involved in Doge Dash. He was the CMO of Doge Dash and pushed Doge Dash to around 340 million market cap. He was also with Micropets, push Micropets to around 250 billion market cap. So when it comes to marketing, he's actually very, very good with marketing. And for those that know me in this space, know that the one thing I don't play with when it comes to my project is marketing. When it comes to marketing, I go all in into marketing. Like yeah, first things first, we should now that we're listed on CMC already, we should be trending everywhere at launch. We will be trending everywhere. That's one thing that I actually don't take. That's one thing I take very serious. I don't take for granted. Trending is actually a very important tool when it comes to marketing. Listings, yeah, we will be getting listed on several exchanges. We're actually in talks with some exchanges already, and we'll try as much as possible to get listed on a few exchanges within the first 10 to 15 days of launch. And um partnerships, yeah, we're talking about partnerships. And yeah, we'll be having some solid marketing. Right now marketing is not what it used to be. Marketing is actually more psychological right now, so then it's actually more intensive as well. So we'll be spending the money where the money should be spent. And also we're having series of giveaways, like the biggest buy. We have weekly giveaways. And okay, sorry, we have weekly giveaways. Like firstly, the biggest by every 7 days weekly, we'll be having $4,000 giveaway to the biggest single buy wallet. Secondly, the biggest new holder will be having $2,000 every 7 days. These two giveaways I've mentioned runs. The first two giveaways I've mentioned runs from August 2nd to August 9th, which is 1 week, and it's going to keep running for the upcoming weeks. Every week we'll be having the giveaways. Is something that's constant. And then we have the Tesla giveaway. There's going to be a raffle on the top 15 holders, and one person is going to win a Tesla or an equivalent of $40,000. For the Tesla, like I said, the draw is going to be between the top 15 holders, here. And it's going to run. This giveaway is going to run anytime between 2nd August, tomorrow, till on the 11th of September, the first 40 days of launch. It could be sooner than 40 days, but anytime within the first 40 days of launch. We're not going to say exactly when, but it's certainly within the first 40 days of launch for the Tesla giveaways. And for those that are not buying much, just by being active, we have giveaway in BNBs as well. So 0.1 BNB is distributed to the top 10 active people in the community. So just by being active, you'll be earning as well. That's one way to get the community going and get the community active, because certainly an active community and an active community is actually more actually gets you closer to success. That's one thing I know for sure. Okay, I'll stop there for now.
Okay, great, Dave. Let's move on to the team. If anyone's got a question for the SCRO project with Dave here, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Glenn, I was listening in and it sounds super exciting. I always like people that like to educate on better practices, right? And getting everyone to use an escrow service is arguably something that a lot more people should be doing. So I do have a question. I was wondering, say I'm a service provider, right? And I get paid through your platform. I deliver the service, but then the person that contracted me decides to sort of pull the money back before I can claim it. Is there a way for me to say, hey, look, this person promised this, but then didn't let me withdraw it from the escrow, or how will that system kind of work to kind of verify that everybody is
Okay,
being
yeah,
fair?
yeah, I understand. I understand. All right. Firstly, yeah, very well. I understand your question, and I'll just quickly answer the question. Um, Now, in a platform, like I said earlier, you have the right to do transactions with people that are verified. Now, in verifying these people, firstly, your alias, your username, and the username of at least two of your social media accounts should be the same thing, and your social media must have been run for not less than 6 months, and we have admins, we have people that actually take care of the verifications, and if they're not satisfied with your social media accounts, they ask for more information from you, and if you can't provide it, you won't be verified. So you actually have the right to transact with people that are verified in the system and people that are not verified, because also there will be a one-time code, one-time password sent to the users to verify their profiles. And yeah, so it's actually, is that, like, personally, me, if I want to use a platform, except I know you directly, if I don't know you, I won't send funds to a faceless person, because and everyone that has a profile should also have a profile picture in the platform. Yeah, but then the platform is decentralized, so that function is actually optional. It's 100% optional, but it's left for you to decide if you're going to send funds or do transacts with someone without a face, or transacts business with someone with a face. It's actually left for you. With the most important thing is we've built a platform where your funds are safe, which guarantees you security. But it's left for you to know. It's left for you to decide if you want the security to be, if you're going to apply the security or not. It's actually left for you. We can't tell you, oh, use this or don't use this. We can't tell you. So it's left for you to, like what I explained now. If I want to do any transaction with anyone, I'm going to transact with someone that's verified in the platform. And for anyone that's verified, once this verification is done, we're going to impute the verification badge on the person's profile, so you will certainly know when a user is verified.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like a very fair way. So you're not just dealing with somebody that would just throw away that. Yeah, yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for the questions,
Yeah,
Antti.
okay.
Let's open it up to community investors. Let's see, Syed, you had a question for Dave at Escrow. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Okay, so I was going through your white paper, and it's mentioned that you will be not be responsible for handling disputes between buyers and sellers. So I understand your reason behind this because of decentralization. My concern is that one of the main solution that escrow services brings is a dispute resolution because third party can always play a vital role in solving disputes among buyers and the sellers. Even the parties that trust each other, dispute can arise between them. So don't you think that it will be a hurdle in your escrow service growth?
Okay. Firstly, I should actually say, I would actually like to say the way it is. You know, like I said earlier, I've been in this space for a while, and I am fully doxxed, and I'm someone that's actually known by a lot of people, not just me. Most people in the community know my Instagram is doxxed as well. I have my wife on my Instagram, I have my family on my Instagram, and um everyone is welcome to know me, to know where I live, and just things about me. That's where I live my life. And imagine a platform where we handle disputes. There's certainly going to be a lot of lawsuits, and because you know me, you know my address, you know my face, you know my family, you definitely want me to pay those funds, or you want to do whatever you want to do to me. and that's something we're trying to avoid. We've given you a platform where you can make safe transactions. Now, if you choose to make unsafe transactions in a safe platform, that's left for you. And if along the line you choose to do it your way, you choose to apply, to use your wisdom to do what you think is right, not what we prepared for you, not what we made for you, then that's on you. We will not be held responsible for disputes arising to such things as you mentioned. Yeah, but then we have we have something called we have the um okay, initially we had a function, a contact us function, which redirects you to the app Telegram, where you lay your concerns, your suggestions, your questions, and whatever. We can only help you to the extent we can help you. Yeah. So when you, if for questions or for suggestions, or probably something happened to you, if it's something that's not above our control, certainly we can help you. But for something that's beyond us, that we can do little or nothing about that.
Okay, okay, got it. So, other concern that I'm thinking is that you said that you will be verifying the users depending on their profile, social media profile. So anyone can create a fake profile, even the pictures, and get their
Okay.
account
Okay. Like I
verified via your
said,
platform.
the person must have the platform, the social media you're using must have been operated for a period of 6 months, a minimum of 6 months. So if you just create a profile and decide to get it verified on the platform, it's not going to work. And again, if the admin see notice anything sketchy on your profile, they are not going to verify you. Then it's subject to them requesting for your ID. And if you can provide, or asking you several questions, probably asking for a video call or something. And if you can provide the requirements, then you won't be verified. As long as they notice anything sketchy about your profile, they have the right not to verify you. Or they have the right, if you have been verified and they notice anything sketchy, they have the right to withdraw your verification badge whenever they notice anything. Yeah.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay, so moving to my next question. So I want to know that the funds that a buyer is sending to an escrow service, will the new wallet be generated for these funds with the private keys, which will both the buyer and the seller will have the private keys to this wallet for the escrow services, so no one can withdraw the funds from it without the consent of both the parties?
When you say no one can withdraw the funds, please can you explain that?
I mean, only the buyers and the sellers with the private keys will be able to withdraw the funds only when the consent of both the parties. So, I mean, when the buyer is sending any funds for your escrow service, will there be a new wallet generated for this purpose with the private keys?
No, 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 no. That's the reason why we have the verification. So you can choose to send funds to a faceless person or choose to send funds to someone with a face. You understand? So now when you send your funds, the contract holds the funds until probably you set a time you set a time lock on it. The person is meant to receive the funds in, let's say, 10 days. If the 10 days hasn't elapsed, the person won't receive the fund. The person can't claim the funds. And the funds only belongs to the receiver when it is claimed. Even if you send the funds and after 10 days the receiver has still not claimed the funds, after 1 year the receiver has still not claimed the funds, you still have rights to claim that fund. You still have right to cancel that transaction.
Okay, got it, got it. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you so much. Over
Yeah,
to you,
welcome.
Glenn.
Yeah, welcome.
Question is active. Let's move on to Aisha. You had a question for David Escrow. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Okay, I want to know that how will receiver on other end be able to claim the payment that has been sent to him? And do sender has to share any passcode or password for receiver to claim the payment?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Um when okay, let me use I and you as an example. If I send funds to you, you um you check the DApp. You and let's say I set a holding period of, let's say, 5 days. You're going to see that Dave has sent, let's say, $5,000, or let's say 5,000 BUSD to you, and you're going to see the countdown of the time. You understand? Now you see that I have sent you funds, and you're going to see the countdown. And until it gets to that, to the time I set in, which is, let's say, for example, I set in 4 hours. Until it's 4 hours, you can't claim the funds. Now, once it's 4 hours, you will be the one to claim the funds yourself. Except I and you have a close relationship, then you can call me to release the funds to you. Let's say you don't have network connection where you are, probably your network is poor and you can't access the safe send the app. You can call me, please. Oh, can you, it's time, I'm supposed to have claimed the funds, but I can't claim the funds right now. Can you release the fund yourself? If I release the fund myself, it's automatically going into your wallet, directly into your wallet. But if I don't release it myself, the contract still holds the funds until you claim it. So if I decide that no, you have to claim the funds. And firstly, claiming the funds means you have to have registered on the platform, on the DApp, for you to claim the funds. And if you have nothing to hide, then you have to claim the funds from the safes and the app. Does that answer your question, please?
Understood. Very well explained. Thank you. Okay, I was also wondering that will you also be offering cryptocurrency tumbler or cryptocurrency mixing service so that users can protect their identity and improve the anonymity of transactions?
You say if we'll be offering what?
Currency mixing service.
So
Um,
users can okay. Now let me break down the answer to that for you.
okay.
You're talking about, now there's a difference between centralized and decentralized platforms. Now, if you want to use a platform like SafeSend, depending on your relationship with this person. Now, let's say um this platform is actually made for basically everyone to be able to use this platform to integrate cryptocurrency. Yeah. And let's say you have a company and you're dealing with a client, and you want to transact with this client. Would you prefer that this client is faceless, or the client is, or you rather send funds to a client that has a face? I believe everyone would preferably send funds to someone with a face, with someone with a profile. But only you sending the funds will be the one to assess the person's profile by typing, because you are the one that knows, has access to the person's alias. So by typing the person's alias, it means you know the person you are sending the funds to. And if what you see on the profile doesn't match what you know about this person, then you have the right not to send the funds. And even if you are sending the funds and the person doesn't claim the funds, you still have the right to cancel the funds. Yeah, the transaction. Do you understand?
Yeah, got it. Thank you. Thank you for explaining and thank you so much for answering.
You're welcome.
Questions, Asia. Let's move on to Western Beast. You had a question for David SCRO. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Dave, you've run a lot of explanations concerning this project, but I actually have a few questions. Um, it sounds just like PayPal, and recently, a lot of businesses and business owners have blacklisted PayPal as a payment system, while those who haven't blacklisted them actually give serious warnings when using PayPal. For example, on Binance, it warns users against those who are running transactions with PayPal because of the reputation of being able to call back the monies that a person has sent to another person, or in this case, the assets. Um, how can you assure those business owners, especially those who actually love your idea and would like to partner with you, but this activity of being able to recall funds back acts as a deterrent to the organization?
Thank you very much, Weston. And I think for the first time in this AMA, I would prefer to answer the question with a question. And would you, PayPal, apparently you send to the person's email address. When you input the email address, does the person's profile pop up?
Well, it depends. If I know the email address, it's fine and good. But if I don't, it's going to be based on the email address that they sent me.
No, now if you know the email address, fine. But now let's say you are dealing with a new client, and you want to send funds to this person. You go to you log into your PayPal app and you impute the sender's email address. When you impute the sender's email address, does it show you the receiver's email address? Does it show you the receiver's profile information,
Yes, it does.
including the profile picture?
Oh, it depends if the email address actually has a profile picture.
Thank
The
you.
thing is,
Now,
email
now I
addresses.
yeah. Let me now answer you. I'm going to answer you. I'm going to answer you directly now. Now, when you see these profiles, there is no PayPal doesn't verify these informations. They don't go they don't take put into the work or the put into consideration the verification into consideration. Now, yeah, fine, you may see for those that choose to impute to put in their profile information, you may see the profile, but the profile may be source, and these profiles are not verified. Now, for you, when you put in your when you fill in your profile details on the escrow the app, on the escrow safe send the app, it's no assurance, it's no guarantee that you're going to be verified. Now, until you put in your social media information and and give answers to other questions you're going to be asked, that's the only way you're going to be verified. And being verified means that the admins in charge of verification have done their diligence on you, and they are sure that you're the person in the pictures, you're the person in the address that they are verifying. PayPal doesn't verify the users. So all I have to do is impute the receiver's email address, and I send the funds. But for SafeSend goes through the process of verification, goes through the verification system process. And when we verify you, we impute the verification badge. So it's left for you, just like PayPal. If PayPal begins imputing the verification badge, it's left for you. It's your decision to send funds to someone with a verification badge or not. Having a profile is not a guarantee for verification badge. So it's left for, just on the safe send the app, it's left for me to send funds to someone that's verified or not. You understand? So that actually gives us are you there? Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see you there. That actually gives us an advantage over PayPal. Do you understand?
All right, Dave. I think I get the concept of the profile verification. The technologies. I don't know. You said you personally went to look for devs for these technologies. I would like to ask, did you ask the devs what kind of verification techniques that are used? Because
Okay,
some
thank you.
technologies I can see that usually use what they call the concept of zero knowledge proof, where it's only exclusively to that sender and it can't be traced. Since you're running it on or let's say it's a decentralized feature you're using, are you using the concept of zero knowledge proof technology for verification purposes? And what other layers of verification would someone have to go through just to verify that yes, I am actually sending it? This is why I'm asking that question. Wouldn't it be safer for me to wouldn't it be safer and more logical for me to have a person on my contact list that okay, yes, I'm sending to this person, and I'm sure that yes, this is who I'm sending it to, so that I can actually hold that person accountable?
Okay, thank you for your question. And apparently, you asked the question and you answered the question. Now, the last sentence you made actually answered the question you were trying to ask. Firstly, I said I discussed with some devs, and the developer that made that, actually the person that developed this platform, is someone I know. There's someone I know very well, and it's someone that we have been working together for a long time, for quite a while. Yeah, this is someone that I know very, very well. And um when I say you answered your question, yeah, you know, I think this is something I've actually been repeating. I've been repeating the same answer to the same question you've been asking. Most of these things actually, okay, now you're talking about sending to your contacts,
So they okay,
to
you're
someone,
still here
to
to
someone.
address the issue. You're still here to address the issue of the zero knowledge proof. Did you implement zero knowledge proof technology for sending and transfers?
No.
Be all from my end, Mr. Dave. I really appreciate the answers. You've reiterated it over and over again. I think I understand the concept of the project now. I wish you guys the best, and I hope you stay bullish mood. That'll be all from my end.
Thank you very much, Weston. I appreciate it.
Any questions, Western Beast? Let's move on to Venice. You had a question for Dave at SCRO. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Glenn. Actually, while reading about time lock payment method and you mentioned about it, It got me thinking that will the gas paid at the moment of sending or when time lock is set?
Come on, say again, please.
Okay, I was saying that I read about a time lock payment method on your white paper, and you also mentioned about time lock payment system. I was thinking that will the gas needed to for the transaction will be paid at the moment of sending or when the time lock is being set or the transaction is being set.
Yeah, when the time elapse. Okay, if I send you a payment and you have to receive the payment, let's say 2 hours, until the 2 hours elapses, you wouldn't be able to claim the payment. Does that answer your question?
Okay, when the time elapses, then the gas fee will be paid, right?
When the time Okay, now there are two ways to do it. Yeah, when you if you claim if you are the receiver, you claim the transaction, certainly it's subject to gas fees. But if I, as the sender, decide to release the transaction myself to you, you're going to automatically receive the transaction in your wallet, and you as the receiver won't be paying gas fees.
Okay, and will escrow work if someone send funds to the exchange wallet addresses and choosing the invalid network? I mean, will it be possible for the sender to reclaim the funds sent incorrectly this way, or it works only for P2P, like escrow user to another escrow user?
No, 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 no. Now, if it's like I always say, if it's sendable, it's callable. And let me explain this. If you send funds to the wrong address, be it any exchange address or wherever, as long as the fund was sent, you can claim the funds back. You can claim the funds as long as it was sent. If that fund left your wallet, you sent fund to the wrong address, even if it takes 1 year or 10 years for you to realize that the fund was sent to the wrong address, you can claim it back. And as soon as you hit the recall button, the recall key or the claim key, it's just a matter in less than 30 seconds, you have that funds automatically back into your wallet.
Okay, awesome, and thank you so much for answering it. Thanks.
Yeah, welcome.
Questions finished. Let's move on to Jabenga. You had a question for David Escrow. Go ahead.
Thanks so much, man. I think this is a great project. You're really taking crypto to the next level, which I'm actually happy about. Firstly, with respect to the structure of the project, will you is there any option for referring on your platform? Probably I am aware of the system, and I want my partner, Mr. B, to come to the to come to your project because I actually wanted to transact with him. Is there any option for referring for that, and is there any reward attached to that?
I'm talking about referring. There's no option for referring. If you want him to use the app, you have to get him to register on the platform, and then you can send funds to him via the Safe Send the app.
Then, if that should be the case, I'm just kind of curious on the other side of the part of the system that for every people that sell bread, they should for every people that sell beans cake, they should introduce bread to the person because bread and beans cake always go together. Then do you have the opportunity? Do you have a platform where you can probably have transaction like freelancing? Because in freelancing you have an avenue where you have your own platform where people coming to your platform can actually register and you can actually transact on your own platform without me transacting with someone else. I, I, I don't know, maybe you get it.
If I understand your question very well, this platform is actually made for everyone, including corporate entities, including like banks, including large, small and large scale business enterprise. It's meant you can like if a platform that can be used to schedule salaries, to pay salaries, is actually answers the questions you're asking.
Yeah, definitely. Then how do I bring people into the community in such a way that how we know that okay, this person is actually trustworthy? You said because we said the person must have a social media account up to like 6 months or thereabout like that. What if the person I'm bringing to the system doesn't have this requirement to get this badge? How will I be able to do it in such a way that my fund would be on my on the server side.
You are the one bringing the person in. Your question is actually, I think you are complicating yourself with the question. You are the one bringing the person in. It means you know the person. For someone you know personally, I don't think you have a problem dealing with that person. For someone you are bringing into the system, which means you know this person to want to bring this person in, and now bringing more people in is actually subject to our marketing. We have a lot of marketing strategies in place, both in the crypto and the non-crypto world. We're going to be marketing these. We're going to be doing real life marketing and extensive marketing, solid marketing for this for escrow, and escrow should be where it's meant to be. But for a platform as solid as this, and with all the explanations I've given, I think it's something that you should understand. Is you should understand better if you're not complicating yourself with the question. It's something you should understand better already. That because you're talking about you bringing somebody in. Honestly, it's left for you to send funds to someone that's verified or someone that's not verified. We can't control that. We can't. You can't. For example, you are sending funds to someone that's not verified. We can't hold you. Come on, you ask, come on, don't send fund. The person is not verified. No, we won't do that. It's left for you to send fund. Well, provided the platform where you have the right where everyone has the right to be verified or not. So if you choose to send funds to someone that's not verified, it means you know the person personally. It means the person is probably family or close friend or someone you've been running business with for a long time, or you know the person's business address. Other than that, you have no business sending funds to someone that's not verified. Does that answer your question?
Okay, actually, probably you actually misunderstood me. I'm not actually misinterpreting myself. What I mean by bringing people in is, for instance, I want to transact with Mr. B. Someone introduced Mr. B to me, or I get across Mr. B on social media. Mr. B is into furniture, and I want to buy some furniture accessories, and I want my phones to be on server side. I can now introduce the platform. Introducing the platform to Mr. B does not mean I know Mr. B. Of a fact, if I know Mr. B, there wouldn't of no need for me to bring him to your platform. I don't know Mr. B, and I want my phones to be on server side. Just introducing the platform to him. Okay, can you register on this social platform? I hear that they have an escrow of every transaction going on within us. It will be very safe. Mr. B from that place, and Mr. B is actually ready to do the business with me. Mr. B can register on your platform. That's what I mean. Not people I know personally. I don't know. Maybe you
Okay.
get.
If I understand you properly, you're talking about is it basically about getting get people to register on the platform, and based on the fact that the person registered via you, you should actually get rewards from the
No,
person registering via you.
not via me this time around. Based on the fact that I want to transact with the person and I want my funds to be safe at the same time. I
Okay,
don't know the
and what?
person.
Okay, you don't know the person. If you don't know
I
the
don't know the
person,
person.
if you don't know the person and the person is not verified, then it's left for you to send funds to the person or not. Firstly, if it's someone you don't know, the person has to be verified. Now, if you are sending to alias, let's say someone's username, the person's profile is meant to pop up, including immediately you type the username, you should be able to access the person's profile information. And if there's no profile information, just a wallet address, no profile information, no information to know who this person is, then it's actually left for you to make the decision on sending or not sending funds to this person.
Okay, perfect. Then lastly, going through your roadmap, I see you'll be having a corporate partnership with some company for the growth of the. So can we know some of the companies you have in mind to have a partnership with, or we don't have in your mind
It's
companies?
no, we can't. That's something we can't talk about right now. If for everyone in this space, some information is actually confidential, and um, hashing um um hashing the
Okay.
eggs before they are ready is actually it's actually dangerous. Now talking about these things is going to it certainly affect us from getting the partnership from these people. But we're actually in talks already, and we'll be having some real solid partnerships, and as well apart from real life partnerships, we'll be having partnerships with solid projects as well, with successful and established projects, and getting them listed as well on our platform.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thanks for the presence, man.
Yeah. Okay.
very much for the questions from the investors today. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. It's been great speaking to Dave from SCRO. Like you say, you've already got a great community behind you, and you're doing the launch tomorrow on the 2nd of August at 4 p.m. UTC. Whereabouts is the launch, Dave? Is it going straight to Pancake Swap? Sorry, it's not the pre-sale, yeah.
No, not a pre-sale. Yeah, it's going it's going to be a straight launch. It's going to be a straight launch. It's actually on it. We're not the launch is not it's not the real launch is not on BSC is on it. So it's actually a straight launch. Yes.
It's been great speaking to you. Like I say, WellCoin Talk is for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice. You can check out the website, white paper, and the official socials there in our main chat. And yeah, there's a few hands up. So if you've got any questions after this AMA, I'm sure if you go over to the official socials there in our chat, you can ask questions there after the AMA. Thank you very much for coming, Dave.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I think we've got spin the wheel for 2 lucky winners as well, $50 each.
Yep, I'm sharing the wheel right now. I don't know if it's coming through.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me shuffle it around. And we're giving out 2 $50 prizes to 2 people in the audience. Let me grab your IDs here. And let me shuffle it a bit and get our second winner. And as Glenn mentioned, guys, if you're listening in, if you still have questions, we still have the chat locked, so all the official links are right there. You can check out the website. You can get involved with the community. I'm sure that they'll be more than happy to answer any and all of your questions. Okay, congratulations, Daniel. All right, I got your ID, guys, and we'll DM you for your wallets. So thank you very much for coming today, and thank you to the SCRO team for being here with us. It's really been interesting. Yeah, thank everybody for coming.